So, right off the bat, you might notice some little bits of gunk on your screen that look like they don't match the background. Those will be important in a second. For now, let's talk to this lady.
Hello.
Well, hello there, mister. Welcome to Valda's Inn. I'm Martha Garrett, but everyone calls me Ma. How can I help you?
I'm Nelson Tethers. I have a reservation.
Oh, yeah, you're here about the eraser factory, eh? We're awfully excited to have a real FBI man in our town. It's just like TV, yeah? Ooh, I'm gonna make some hot dish for you later.
A hot dish?
Oh, you'll love it. I've never met a man who didn't love himself some hot dish.
Hot dish.
So, what room am I in?
Yeah, okay, I've got your room right here. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. The night clerk wrote down your room number in code.
Mind if I have a look? I bet I can figure out what room I'm in.
All right, this is a low ball. Actually, one of the harder puzzles until they apparently changed it. Weird. I'm not going to give you the necessary 5 seconds because if you can't see what this is automatically, solving puzzles might not be your thing. Instead, I'd like to point out, back when this game was first released, apparently this puzzle was rotated on its side, and people had a hard time solving it. And I tried to figure out like why that could have been, and then I realized that like, well, when you put the stuff on its side, it looks like the good old cartoon shorthand for unimportant scribbles. People probably looked at this and had no idea what they were doing. Otherwise, yeah, it's pretty obvious. If you look in the white spaces, you see it spells out the word 9. So that is your fancy code cracked. But whatever, we're gonna send it through bureaucracy anyway. I wonder, is there like a government worker who has to check all these things? That has to be an odd job to explain to people on dates.
There you go, Mrs. Garrett.
Oh, yeah, now I see. Okay, then. Here's your room key, FBI man.
Thanks. Actually, while I have you here, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Real quick, I promise.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I noticed that none of these questions here have anything to do with the definition of hot dish.
How do I get to the factory from here?
The FBI doesn't know where the factory is? Oh, dear, our moose is cooked.
Rest assured, ma'am, the FBI just likes to confirm intelligence with civilian knowledge of... We like to double-check things.
Oh, of course. Well, it's easy. I have a tourist map of our little town of Scoggins right here. You know, our Scoggins Erasers is the plant that supplies the White House with all of its erasers. The president could be fixing a mistake with a Scoggins eraser right now.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I'm here. That and the fact that every time the Bureau made an inquiry into the situation, all we ever got back were bizarre puzzles.
Oh yeah, well, that'll happen.
Oh, you know, you ask somebody what goes on going on with the shutdown factory, and you get back Rubik's cubes. It's just
Do you
regular
know
thing.
anything about the problem at the factory?
Yeah, so tragic about the accident, huh?
Accident?
Oh yeah, the foreman, Isaac Davner, they say he was killed in there.
Is that so?
Well, not to be gossipy, but I heard the accident was caused by raccoons.
Raccoons?
Yeah, little creatures that live in the woods around the factory. Maybe you should go talk to Sheriff Bogg about it, though. You should be able to catch him out by the factory right now.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
I I love her, like, look of terror when she said raccoons. Like, don't mess with raccoons, Agent Tethers. They'll burn down your family and then kill your home.
The guy in the lobby, is he okay?
Oh, that's Bo Murphy. He's always been a bit of an odd one. Yeah, he sits there all day trying to do his puzzles. He mostly keeps to himself, and I bring him some food from time to time. Sometimes I swear he'd starve to death if I didn't bring him something to eat.
Thanks. Well, goodbye.
Enjoy your stay.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you have any gum for sale? Or know where I can buy some?
Dear, we've been out of gum for quite some time.
What?
Haven't seen a stick in months anywhere in town. We tend to get shipments of things like that in the spring.
So, no gum?
Nope.
Gum helps me concentrate.
Yeah, so those little splotchy things that are hanging out all over the map here, those are sticks of gum. ABC. You just gotta... Yeah. You collect these and you use them for hints and puzzles. Not that I really need them. So I would talk to Mr. Scarfman over here, but I think instead we're going to see what's out the back door. Oh, first of all, there's more gum. These have to be positively frozen. I don't... Who's stuck it there? Is it way up there? That's amazing. They throw it?
Someone left a screwdriver in the alley beside the hotel. Looks clean. Probably of no consequence.
Oh, right. This isn't one of those adventure games where you just have a buttload of inventory. In fact, there is no inventory in this game. There's a newspaper.
Winner undeclared in local contest.
This right here is an optional puzzle. It's also a puzzle that people can solve themselves. Yeah, all you have to do is look at these 4 statements and determine which one of these 4 people won the arm wrestling competition. So since this is a puzzle that can be solved itself, I'm going to give the 5 seconds again. Ready? Go. Okay. So the trick here is assuming it's an elimination style tournament with only 4 participants, even though that's kind of silly. The way it would work is you'd have a semifinal and a final, 3 matches altogether. So by definition, you'd have to find the one person who beat someone who won. The lady over here says that she lost to someone who used something called the grizzly grip. But this person over here says they beat something called the grizzly grip. So obviously, this person won against somebody who won a match. Therefore, this lady right here is our winner. Go bureaucracy! That's of course assuming this is an elimination style tournament. If it's a round robin, we're screwed because the puzzle's unsolvable.
That was a tricky one.
Okay, now let's try talking to this fellow over here.
Excuse me, you look perplexed.
Puzzles. So many puzzles.
Puzzles? I might be able to help you with that.
Okay, so this is going to be one of those puzzles. See, the puzzles these things tend to come in either 2 flavors. There's the actually really tricky ones, or the ones that just boil down to busy work. And this is kind of firmly in the busy work camp. It also helps that I may not exactly remember how this one goes. So the idea here is to rotate these sections of tapeworms until they form a nice, long, continuous loop. And this is one of the, and I believe I'm going to have to cut out a section of this is one of those puzzles that you just have to futz at until it's solved. Okay, so I got it right here. The trick here is not to complete the pictures here. Like, you don't have to make all the tapeworms individual. You just have to find a way to flip the pieces around so that it forms a nice continuous loop that eventually ends. And this is the rubber band mixed in with the tape. So I'm going to send some jobbing government worker to look at this picture of tapeworms and rubber bands. $75,000 well spent. Come on.
Solved. Now maybe you can relax a little.
But the whispers, if it's an acrostical enigma, maybe it's a Baltimore trans deletion. The whispers?
Or not.